It's so easy to get caught up with the excitement of a royal wedding, but don't forget that there is a life after the nuptials are over, and it comes with a whole new set of rules. Find out about what Meghan Markle will be forbidden from doing after she marries Prince Harry. But first, be sure to subscribe for more from the taco. Let's get started. Social media. For a long time, Meghan Markle was a prominent figure on social media. As a successful actress who loved to travel, she amassed a rather large following on Instagram. She even had her own lifestyle website known as The Tig. In fact, when Meghan Markle started dating Prince Harry, her social media blew up even more. At first, we got hints about their budding romance, but just when things were getting good, we had the rug pulled out from under us. See, one of the many rules about being a member of the royal family is that you can't have a personal social media account. This means that in addition to closing out her social media accounts, she also had to say goodbye to The Tig. Members of the royal family use a social media manager to update their official royal profiles, but they aren't allowed to manage their own accounts. When she closed down her Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts, she expressed gratitude for her followers but stated that it was time to move on. Many fans of the royal family feel that this royal restriction is a bit old-fashioned and wonder if it might be relaxed at some point in the future. Autographs. As part of being an actress, we imagine that Meghan Markle has signed a ton of autographs over the course of her career, and considering that she's now going to be a member of the royal family, we're sure that many fans would love a chance to get an autograph from Meghan Markle. But sadly, they won't be allowed as soon as Meghan Markle ties the knot with Prince Harry. No members of the royal family are permitted to give autographs to members of the public. It sounds like a bit of a weird rule, but there is actually a very sensible reason why autographs are forbidden. Royal family members can't give autographs to members of the public because they want to reduce the odds of their signature being forged. However, there are some exceptions to this rule, although they are rare. When Prince Charles was visiting flood victims, he encountered Tony and Meg Hendy, who had lost their home in the disaster. They asked him for an autograph, and he broke protocol by writing Charles 2010. Meghan may have found a way around the no autographs rule also. When approached by a young fan named Caitlin, Meghan simply wrote "Hi Caitlin" on a piece of paper. That's the best she will be able to do as a member of the royal family. Politics. Back when Meghan Markle was allowed to maintain social media accounts, she occasionally used them to express her political opinions. During one United States election, she made no secret about her support of presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. She also talked frequently about her feelings on Brexit and generally shared her political opinions with her fan base. However, she won't be able to publicly express political opinions anymore after she gets married to Prince Harry. Members of the royal family are forbidden from publicly expressing their political views. The Queen in particular is expected to remain completely neutral on political matters, and this includes voting in elections. The rules regarding the Queen are quite strict, and her family members follow her lead regarding this. Meghan Markle won't be allowed to express her political opinions, let alone vote in any elections. Considering the fact that Meghan Markle was so used to expressing her passionate political opinions, we can imagine that this will be a difficult transition for her. So, what is she supposed to do with all of her political feelings? Members of the royal family are expected to channel their political feelings into their charity work. If Meghan does this, she might just become the most charitable member of the royal family. Career. When Meghan Markle first began dating Prince Harry, tongues were wagging because of her acting career and modeling job. It's easy to see why appearing on a salacious show like Suits is a no-no for a member of the royal family, but she's expected to give up her entire acting career. Not only would acting be a controversial career choice for a royal family member, there is also the issue of time. Many people think that the royal family just sits around sipping tea, but the truth is that they have very full schedules. Her brother-in-law Prince William used to have a full-time job as a pilot for the East Anglian Air Ambulance at Cambridge Airport. It's no secret that he loved being a pilot, but he soon realized that he just didn't have the time to do so professionally. The Queen needed his help with royal duties, so he was forced to resign from his position. So it's likely that even if Meghan Markle was allowed to continue acting, she simply wouldn't have the time necessary to do so. At least she won't have to worry about what to do for money. When Prince William was employed, he donated his entire salary to charity since he didn't need it. Traveling. There was a time when Meghan Markle couldn't get enough of traveling. Don't worry, the royal family isn't going to confiscate her passport, but traveling will have some additional difficulties now. It will no longer be possible for Meghan to just grab a couple of pals and jet off for a long weekend somewhere sunny. Traveling as a member of the royal family is extremely complicated because of the stringent security measures that are put in place. If you were envious of royal tours, like the one that Prince William and Kate Middleton went on, don't be. They take about 6 months months of planning, and security experts refer to them as logistical nightmares. The royals have a jam-packed schedule, giving them just over half an hour at sites that they visit. Forget about sipping drinks poolside as well. When Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall travel, they bring their own alcohol to make sure that their drinks don't get spiked. Their bodyguards actually have to carry around containers of their favorite drinks, gin and tonic for Prince Charles and red wine for Camilla. Security isn't an option for members of the royal family, and the royal security team can definitely cramp your vacation plans. Bogart. Meghan Markle is a huge animal lover and has 2 dogs that she's been seemingly very devoted to. While perhaps she and Queen Elizabeth bonded over their love of canines, Meghan is having to make a huge sacrifice when she marries Harry. At one time, Meghan owned 2 rescue dogs whom she had adopted. She had a beagle named Guy and a lab shepherd mix named Bogart. According to Meghan's friends, she has always treated her dogs like her children. No way would these 2 be relegated to the floor at bedtime. Meghan let them share her bed with her and fed them only the highest quality organic food. Reportedly, when Meghan traveled in the past, she would even ask her sitters to let her beloved dogs FaceTime with her. To pet lovers, it can seem inconceivable that someone would give up a pet for a new romantic partner. But when it came time for her to move, Meghan knew that she would have to leave her old friend Bogart behind. Because of his advanced age, she doesn't feel like the old boy would be up to making the trip overseas. Some people have even speculated that it's because he's an undistinguished mutt and it wouldn't appear proper for a member of the royal family to own such a dog. Dinnertime. Meghan Markle has likely been to many dinner parties in her time, but she's going to have to get used to a whole new set of rules. Gone are the days when she can make her food last as long as she likes. Now at dinner, nobody is allowed to continue eating once the queen is done. A palace steward stands behind the queen at dinner and waits until she's finished. Once that happens, he signals for the table to be cleared immediately. She also won't be able to choose her own seat at the dinner table since seating is arranged by order of precedence. For royal dinner parties, there's actually an entire office dedicated to just organizing dinner guests. And you thought your job was dull. As an actress, Meghan has probably been to plenty of fancy dinners, but nothing like this. All of the cutlery and dishes are the very best and have long histories of being used in the royal family. Dropping a fork or shattering a dish are much bigger sins when dining with the royal family. Many people love having big family dinners, but it's hard to not imagine dining with the royal family as anything other than a stressful experience. Dress code. The days of attending events without covering up her hair with a hat are almost over for Meghan Markle. The queen is almost never spotted without one, but all women in the royal family must wear hats on official occasions. This rule dates way back since before the 1950s, women rarely showed off their hair in public. Although the rest of the population has moved on from this, the royal family follows proper rules which set them apart from the general population. If the event occurs indoors, the hats come off at 6 p.m. sharp. Then, if you are able to, you can replace it with a formal tiara. In the royal family, only women who are married are allowed to wear tiaras. Once Meghan Markle officially marries Prince Harry, she will be able to swap out her hat for a sparkling tiara in the evening. Dressing modestly and appropriate for the occasion are sensible and unsurprising royal family rules. Showing off some cleavage is a huge no, but there are ways around this. Princess Diana would famously use her clutch to shield her chest when exiting and entering vehicles. It definitely wouldn't be proper for a member of the royal family to experience a wardrobe malfunction. Monopoly. We know that Meghan Markle is going to have to memorize a ton of rules before her next royal dinner party. We also know that their royal business takes up a ton of time, so how do they relax and enjoy family time? Well, for some families, nothing is more fun than a good old-fashioned family board game night. The royal family does enjoy playing games, but there is one that has been banned from the royal family board game rotation. This created an embarrassing moment when Prince Andrew was gifted the game while visiting the headquarters of the Leeds Building Society. He had to explain that out of all possible board games, the royal family is forbidden from playing Monopoly. Apparently, the royal family is just like the rest of us in that they can't play Monopoly without fighting viciously with one another. So hopefully Meghan Markle isn't a huge fan of this classic Hasbro game. Thankfully, there are plenty of other board games out there available to play. It's even kind of fun to imagine which royal family members might enjoy playing which games. Is Kate Middleton a champ at Chutes and Ladders? Christmas. It was huge news when Kate Middleton and Prince William took their kids to her parents' house for Christmas. That's because there are some super strict rules about what the royal family does for the holiday. As a new member, Meghan Markle won't be able to spend Christmas morning unwrapping presents under the tree. That's because the royal family unwraps all of their gifts the night before on Christmas Eve. Their Christmas day is so jam-packed with activities that they can't spare a moment to open up their presents. Instead of waiting for Christmas dinner, the family generally has a big family lunch. That's after they get back from attending morning church service, of course. First, there's the 9 a.m. service, which is a private one held just for the royal family. After a quick trip home and a change of clothes, they're back at church for the 11 a.m. public service. If you want to sing hymns beside the royal family on Christmas, you'll need to pass a security check and apply some time during the fall season. There's also the famous Queen's Christmas message, which is a big deal for the royal family and for the public. While many families may overindulge on eggnog and candy on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve is the day when the royals let loose. On Christmas Day, there is just too much to be done. Do you think that you could give up all of these things in order to join the royal family? Let us know whether you'd make a good royal in the comments section below. Then click subscribe in order to get more content from the Taco. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.